Hello, Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel. I'm excited about reacting to this version of Gloomy Sunday from almost 12 years after the first time that this was recorded in her viral breakout video of her auditioning for Norway's Got Talent. Now, full disclosure, I just finished recording my reaction to this, and then I discovered that I had my sound settings incorrect so that my voice wasn't recorded at all. So that's really too bad. So this is actually going to be a second listening, but it does allow me to maybe catch some more things I didn't catch before. So I can tell you right away that I was very, very impressed, and it showed lots of growth in her jazz stylings. So let's get into this. This is take 2, second time hearing this.
Sunday is gloomy, my hours are slumberless. Dear is the shadow I live with, the numberless.
So right away you can see that her phrasing is a lot more varied than it was in their 7-year-old version. And you can see that her English wasn't quite there the first time she did it. I remember when I first heard this, the 7-year-old version, I wasn't sure that it was in English until it got later on in the song. But here we can definitely understand the lyrics better, which is important because the lyrics are pretty important in this song. Later on we're going to see that she actually adds in that very, very dark middle verse that was not in this, and so in the 7-year-old version. But yes, very much Billie Holiday vibes, but still making it her own, and it's a great, great start to this.
Little white flower will never waken you. Not with the black coat of sorrow has taken you. Angels have no thought of ever returning you. Would they be angry if I thought of joining you? Gloomy Sunday.
Now right there, the Gloomy Sunday was definitely delivered quite a bit different from her 7-year-old version, and I think it adds to the emotional impact. Another thing about this is it's almost all in very tight close-up. I mean, later on the camera pulls back a bit, but I like how, I'm assuming it's Grandma Mary who's recording this, and I like that choice of being that close. Grandma Mary's actually been doing a lot of interesting things lately. It might be time to do a video just devoted to her. She has some wonderful poetry, but also she's done some more visually creative things on TikTok. But yes, this is, well, one thing I didn't talk about in my first take on this is you can hear a little bit more rasp in the voice than you did in the 7-year-old version. But I've seen some comments of like it's too raspy, and I disagree with that. I think it's just in places, and there's other places where it's super smooth, and I think that the variation between words where she chooses to use the rasp and others where it's just a very smooth delivery, again, adds to the impact of the song. It's all about making the song the best it can be, and she's definitely feeling it here and doing that. All right. Let's continue on. I'm going to go all the way through the, try to go all the way through that second really, really dark verse. Is it second or third? Anyway, there's the missing verse is coming up. Missing from the 7-year-old version.
Gloomy Sunday with shadows. I spend it all, my heart, and I have decided to end it all. Soon there'll be candles and prayers that I said I know. Let them not weep, let them know that I'm glad to go.
To know that I'm glad to go.
There's no dream, for in death I'm caressing you.
In death I'm caressing you.
With the last breath of my soul, I'll be blessing you. Gloomy Sunday.
Okay, so yeah, paying attention to the lyrics of that verse, it is, I mean, it's so clearly about suicide. And you know, I love that she feels that she has the freedom to do that. Now, partly it was shorter in the NGT version just because, you know, they have to do shorter versions of the songs. But this just gives it another thing that gives it, you know, more impact. I remember Summertime is another one where she did later versions of Summertime that included a verse in the middle that added to the impact of the song. That, yeah, this is just masterclass. Loving it, loving it.
Dreaming, I was only dreaming. I wake and I find you asleep.
Okay, just one example of her being different from 7-year-old version. She says, I wake and I find, she stretches out that. Whereas if you listen to the 7-year-old version, it's more just one word after another without these differences in like pauses in between words or some words being stretched out a lot more than others. And it was much more like the same quality of voice throughout, where here she'll, in certain places she'll do that bigger rasp, but then other ones it's just very, very smooth, and just shows what a brilliant jazz vocalist she is.
In the deep of my heart, deep.
Stretch that out.
Darling, I hope that
Now see that right there saying that darling with that much more gravelly voice? It makes sense to use it for that word. Back up a little.
darling, I hope that my dream never haunted you. My heart is telling you how much I wanted you.
Stretch that out.
Gloomy Sunday.
Beautifully stretched out last part there. Oh, keeps on going. Oh, so let's go back. Listen how long this is stretched out. Get a nice image of her here. Yes, bravo, Angelina. 2 thumbs way up. A classic example of your jazz mastery. I love this. Her 7-year-old version was certainly a revelation for a 7-year-old, but this is, I think, great ammunition for those of us who say that no, she wasn't like better earlier. Her singing techniques, the way she varies her voice and her phrasing and matches the way she's doing her phrasing and the kind of voice she uses to the song is just getting better and better. And So there's so much to look forward to. I remember saying in my fresh first reaction to this that this almost feels like a bookends of this entire lifelong career. You know, the first one, her viral audition, age 7, and then this one. But of course, she's only 19. But it just feels like this whole lifetime's worth of work. You know. And so it's wonderful to think that, no, we're still actually only in the beginning. And so if this 19-year-old version sounds like that, imagine what the 30-year-old version is going to sound like, the 40-year-old version. So, yes, thank you, Angelina. And yeah, just another example of why, in my opinion, Angelina Jordan is the greatest singer in the world. Aloha from Hawaii.